Hey there. I am going live on two places here. So, anyway, I just wanted to pop on here very quickly. Um, Over the last couple of weeks, I've been, in, I guess you could say, engaged in a 21-day challenge that I actually hosted in my group Heart Disposition. And part of it is I've included is I've been working on my breathing through yoga and whatnot, and just really trying to slow my breath down. Um, And then even once I completely empty my lungs, I'm on Instagram and Facebook right now. So if this seems weird, I'm trying to deal with both. Um, so anyway, when I exhale, right, you hold it just for a beat and then inhale. And one of the things that I've noticed for myself is that I have this tendency just to make a rapid inhale. I mean, it's just like all of a sudden I can exhale completely and then give myself a chance to kind of just be in that space of emptiness. But then all of a sudden, even though I know there's plenty of air, it's just this rapid, it's just rapidly, it's like a vacuum cleaner. So I started kind of taking a look at where else I do that in my life, and it's all over the place. I've learned that there really isn't a rush to do anything. There's plenty of time. There's just plenty. There's no need to go in and just like rapidly take everything in all at one time. Um, we're not savoring anything about life. So, like I said, I noticed this about my breath, and so I just kind of like started exploring as to how I was doing this in other areas, whether it be in business and relationship. It doesn't make any difference. I'm constantly trying to take everything in rapidly and ravenously almost. So I started thinking part of that I think is due to the fact that the chest muscles we're so accustomed to short shallow breathing, right? It's just like we don't even realize we're breathing. Everything's so contracted and tight. And so for me, the the complete exhale, although it feels good, it's part of it is I think it was just the muscles were so tight. And so it was difficult for me to take a slow inhale, and that became the practice, which is how I developed this blend that I thought I'd share with you guys because if we can start applying this, it helps us to be more in the body. It actually helps to relieve the muscles, and I'll explain how here in a minute. Um, but it also helps to ground us and just kind of like settle the mind down a little bit so that we're not rapidly trying to take things in and so tense and just creating that space of being able to savor everything. So like I said, with these oils, I came up with this blend, and the whole purpose again between is relaxing the muscles in the chest, so that we can slowly begin to take an inhale and actually savor that air, as well as ground us. So those oils are myrrh. I'm a big fan of myrrh. Myrrh actually influences both endocannabinoid as well as endogenous opioid system. And so through that, the opioid receptors are fascinating because originally we started out with one, and through evolution, it diversified into four, where humans have four. And the purpose for that is truthfully bonding as well as pain relief. So I'm not saying there's pain relief in the muscles, but that kind of tension just kind of helps to open things up and just relieve some inflammation and begin to relax us. And of course, that alone is grounding. And then when you combine that with Roman chamomile, which is very high, and it's basically primarily all angolates. And these angolates, when they work on the body, they help quiet the mind. So it helps support the restless mind. Hey, Claire. So it helps to relax. Like I said, it helps relax the mind, quiet the mind, and then Roman chamomile also relieves ACTH, which is I'm not going to go into the full word. It's the acronym, which is it's a stress hormone. And so Roman chamomile actually helps to relieve that the reduce that level of ACTH in the bloodstream or throughout the system. It's not in the bloodstream, pardon me, but I think you know what I'm saying. Anyway, so you have myrrh, and then you have Roman chamomile, like I said, which helps to quiet the restless mind as well as relieve some of the reduce ACTH in the system. The next one I would recommend is myrtle. Um, Myrtle contains alpha-pinene, along with 1,8-cyanol. 1,8-cyanol is is another word for eucalyptol, which is the constituent first found in eucalyptus. But the 1,8-cyanol is actually it is actually a sedative. So again, it kind of helps to quiet and calm things down. Myrtle also supports the hormonal system, which is essential when we're dealing with stress. And the alpha-pinene actually supports a better use of acetylcholine, and acetylcholine is very crucial for breathing. So, and so besides the idea, also I just wanted to say it also, if there's any sort of congestion involved, myrtle is very good with that. But again, the alpha-pinene supports a better use of acetylcholine, and this is actually why smokers smoke, because they're influencing acetylcholine in the lungs and helps them relax and helps them to take deeper breaths. So the inclusion of something like myrtle in this kind of blend would really just, again, relieve the chest muscles and allow us to take a deeper breath. Truthfully, all of us could use a little hormonal support given the dynamics of our chemical world. So having myrtle in part of this is, again, a very, very beneficial one. And the last one is petitgrain. Petitgrain is a type of orange. It's actually the orange leaf, bitter orange leaf. So you have neroli, which comes from, so this is, comes from the flower, and then you have bitter orange, which comes from the rind, and then you have petitgrain, which comes from the leaf. And that's the one we want here is petitgrain because it contains myrcene in it. Um, Myrcene, what did I say? I'm glad to know that. I had, somebody said on Instagram that I said it, so I'm glad. I'm glad I said something that was good. um, Sorry, anyway, but myrcene is, it's a cannabinoid. Okay, so kind of like myrrh affects the cannabinoids are found throughout nature. Let's just say it that way. And so petitgrain actually contains myrcene, which is a muscle relaxant. And so therefore now you have this ability to also open up the chest muscles. It also contains linalool and linalool acetate, which are both sedatives. So again, it's not about knocking you out. It's about really just helping to relieve the tension in the muscles, the tension in the mind, the tension in the body. And so this particular combination of myrrh and myrtle and Roman chamomile and petitgrain works on the brain, which is the acetylcholine, works on the endocannabinoid and endogenous opioid system. It helps relax the muscles. It relieves the ACTH levels, which again is the one of the primary stress hormones. So it really works on supporting the stress system and allowing us to take deeper breaths. And again, when you quiet the mind, it's easier to ground into where you need to be, which is now. The life is about isness, not busyness. So get into the isness with the oils and allow yourself to be present in your body and allow yourself to be able to savor that breath. That's the most important thing right now, because if we can begin to savor that breath and really slow down the breathing, we're activating the parasympathetic nervous system and helping to calm the entire system. So using these oils is additionally supporting the um, the relief of stress, period, of the stress system. The stress system is a recognized system. Science has been studying it now for almost 10 years. They recognize the chemistry of the stress system. And so this particular blend actually helps to counter that considerably. And so that's why I came on here. It was to actually point out the fact that um, just through my own breathing, I began to see how congested, and not congested, but tense, even my own chest muscles are, just from the excitability of every day, and of course with the climate that the world is in right now, it's just very learning how to breathe into this is, I think, essential. I will absolutely save it. I will save it, Claire. Thank you for asking. And so there you have it. That's the blend for today. And I won't tie you up any longer, but I do appreciate all of you all watching. And let me know if you have any questions. Feel free to DM me. And yeah, I'm happy to support you because this is essential, I feel, for all of us. And there is a good benefit to using oils in our daily lives for sure. Anyway, I love you guys. Happy New Year if I don't see you before then. And let's just knock it out of the park, shall we? And we're in this together. I love you guys. I love you. And I'll see you later. Bye.